Hello, good morning, everyone. My name is Noel, and you are welcome to my YouTube channel. Please, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel and, of course, share this video with your friends and family members. So today I want to explain to you the route that you can follow to obtain long-term resident status or permanent residence in Luxembourg. So if you are a foreign student from third country nationals, or if you are a worker who lives in Luxembourg, you may be qualified to apply for long-term residence status, okay, or permanent residence in Luxembourg. Okay, so it's important that you have this idea, that you are proactive, that if you are trying to migrate to a particular country, you need to have a long-term strategy what to do in terms of settling down in that country if you want to stay there. I'm trying to give you the right information that will help you to understand what to do if you need to apply for this permanent residence in Luxembourg. Okay, so firstly, this information is based on my own personal research and experience. I am not speaking on behalf of the Immigration Directorate in Luxembourg. I'm not representing any of these organizations. I'm only bringing this information to you based on my own personal research. So now, by law, in Luxembourg, after 5 years of a continuous lawful stay in Luxembourg, third country nationals, for example, people from Africa, Asia, and other countries apart from European Union member states. So after 5 years of continuous stay in Luxembourg, third country nationals may submit an application to obtain long-term resident status to the Immigration Directorate of the Ministry of Foreign and European Affairs in Luxembourg. So let's look at who is concerned, who is qualified to do this. So any long-term resident, long-term resident status can be granted to any third country nationals who is lawfully, mark the keyword, lawfully residing in Luxembourg for an uninterrupted period of at least 5 years. That means you must have been residing in Luxembourg for at least 5 years uninterrupted period of time. Okay, of course some interruption may be exempted, okay, due to certain circumstances. For example, if the temporary absence is less than 6 consecutive months and which do not exceed a total of more than 10 months in 5 years, that cannot be seen as an interruption. Okay, also if there is interruption due to pregnancy and childbirth, or a serious illness, or studies or professional training outside Luxembourg, this may not also be seen as an interruption. Okay, so now the following third country nationals staying in Luxembourg may not benefit from long-term resident status. It's not everyone that is qualified to this long-term resident status application. So if, for example, you are a third country national who is just in Luxembourg on a seasonal basis, or transferred workers, or if you're a student registered in vocational training programs and not a degree programs, you may not be qualified for this long-term resident status application. Okay, but however, bear in mind that these provisions are not applicable to third country nationals who are family members of an EU national. Okay, if you are a family member of an EU national, after 5 years stay with the EU national in Luxembourg, you just have to apply for a permanent residence permit for a family member of an EU citizen. But if you are just a normal standard third country nationals, like a foreign student who is living in Luxembourg, then after 5 years of uninterrupted residency in Luxembourg, lawfully, then you are qualified to apply for this permanent resident status after 5 years. Let's look at the preconditions pretty quick that you need to meet, that must be met before you can apply for this permanent resident status in Luxembourg. First, you must have been continuously and lawfully resided in Luxembourg, okay, for at least 5 years. And then you must have a valid passport. You have a stable, regular source of income to support yourself and your family. You have a suitable housing, and you have a health insurance certificate for yourself and your family, as the case may be. Okay, you do not constitute a threat to public order or public safety in Luxembourg. Okay, now when you want to make the application for long-term resident status must be submitted immediately at the end of the 5-year residence period. Do not waste time. Be very careful that you do not stay until your last permit expires. So you must submit this application immediately at the end of your 5-year residence period. How do you proceed to do this? Certain documents are basic things that you must have in place. So the following documents must be sent together with your renewal application form to the Immigration Directorate, Ministry of European and Foreign Affairs in Luxembourg. Number one, you need a copy of your valid passport in its entirety, all of them, all the copies, all the pages. A proof of stable, regular, and sufficient financial resources, proof of suitable housing, and a recent certificate of affiliation, for example, your social security for the past 5 years in Luxembourg. Then a health insurance for you and your family members, as the case may be, and any document that shows your social integration in the Luxembourg society, for example, language course certificate, club member card, testimonial evidence, and of course, proof of application, payment of the application of 80 euros. Okay, so the long-term resident permit is valid for 5 years period, which can be renewed after 5 years. So this is just to tell you that there is a lot of benefit that you may be qualified for if you reside in Luxembourg. And it's important for you to have these ideas so that if you're trying to move to a particular country, you may be able to understand how you can stay there on longer term and how you can be able to stay within the law in order for you to achieve your goals. So these are what I think you should be able to have in mind, that you can actually qualify for long-term residence status or permanent residency in Luxembourg after 5 years of uninterrupted lawful residency in Luxembourg. Okay, so please make sure you keep all your files, documentation intact from the day one you enter into the country. Put all your flight tickets, your visas that you've renewed over the years, compile them in your documents. Keep every record of your travel within outside Luxembourg. You must have this data. Whatever you have that will help you for the application, keep them intact. Okay, make sure you don't have interruption within your residency period in Luxembourg, so that when you begin to apply for these things, you have every document and facts in your disposal. I hope this will help you to understand what to do when you have lived in Luxembourg for 5 years, that you are qualified to apply for long-term residence status in Luxembourg. Please, as I said before earlier on, these are my research-based information. I do not speak for the Immigration Directorate in Luxembourg. Always consult the appropriate authority for more research and latest information. I hope this will help you to make an informed decision if you are already in Luxembourg or you're planning to migrate to Luxembourg. These are some of the benefits that you might be qualified for. So be proactive, be smart, be strategic, so that you can be able to plan your future ahead of time. And thank you so much for watching this video. Please don't forget to share this video with your friends and family members. Ask me questions. I'll drop my Instagram handle below this video. Please keep the questions coming. I will try as much as I can and as fast as I can to respond to every question. Thank you once again and have a great day. Bye. Once again, don't forget, I want to leave you with this. In everything that you do, always give it a human face. I am the human investor. Thank you. Bye-bye.